Howdy doody.
Happy Tuesday, guys. Brooks, how you feeling, buddy?
I'm good, actually.
Oh, are you? The
I'm
sunglasses would indicate otherwise.
I have recovered. My camera, though. My camera has not recovered. If you've watched last night's live stream drink along, it ended with my laptop falling off my makeshift desk here, which are two side tables pushed together, sitting on top of a coffee table. So it's not the most sturdy thing in the world. So my laptop fell off and knocked over my camera setup here, which now my camera is just nothing but blur. So that's sick.
Yeah, apparently the ending last night was quite an event. I have to go back and watch it because I was at work all night. I didn't get to see it yet. But how was the Derby? Did you guys have fun watching it? We didn't have the sound on at work or anything, but I was trying to watch as much as I could. I heard there was some controversy with the Brent Rooker Cal Raleigh playoff thing. It came down to an inch for the longest home run. Just what were your thoughts on the Derby in general, and how did you feel about that decision?
Brooks, go ahead, man. You can start.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was awesome. We were actually doing live bets during it and setting our own lines, and we actually were pretty good at setting our lines there for a while. But yeah, it was a good time. I had a good time watching it. We had a couple old guys that played high school ball with on the show as well, and I mean, it was good just having a little hangout with some of those guys, and everybody watching along. We had Ryan Ripken on the show for about 10 minutes. He loves to join when we're too intoxicated. So, but yeah, it was a good time.
I mean, it's probably the most unique thing that any All-Star week has in the four major sports. I like it better than the skills competition, mainly because it's pretty damn quick with the new rules that they've made. I actually like the new rules they put into place. And even though, and the reason I say it's probably the most entertaining and unique thing for any All-Star weekend for the four major sports is because there weren't a lot of big names in this thing yesterday, and it still was extremely, extremely entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as far as baseball, I mean, there's a lot of really good young up and coming talent that was on display last night. James Wood, Junior Caminero, kind of showed out a little bit. I know Jazz didn't perform well, but he's one of the better young guys in the game. And of course, the champion, the big dumper. I mean, what can you say about the performance he put on last night? Just absolutely mashing balls left and right. Mm-hmm. And I even forgot O'Neal Cruz hit. I think O'Neal Cruz hit a ball 515 feet or something last night. He was hitting bombs.
And another reason, I know I might get roasted for saying it's the most unique thing, but you know what you're getting. It's unlike the dunk contest, which has become really stale now. Maybe the 3-point competition is pretty freaking awesome as well in the NBA. But you know what you're getting in a home run derby. Between guys swinging for the damn fences. Yeah. So and there's a lot of flair. They got all these colorful bats and shit like that. So it's a lot of fun.
I gotta disagree with you there because the new Four Nations thing for hockey is awesome. That's the only thing I'll disagree with you now. But I mean, they knocked it out of the park. I hope they keep doing that. I hope honestly, I kind of hope this kind of forces other leagues to do the same thing or something similar. Just because we're seeing it right now with everybody dropping out of the All-Star game for the MLB and guys making comments like this feels like a Savannah Bananas game now. Yeah. So it's something's going to have to change at some point. But the Derby's still good. I still wish they put a little bit more. I don't know, something on it for them to win so guys won't back out of it and give them a little bit more incentive because there are other guys that we like to see Shohei in it if possible. I understand injuries and getting ready for the second half and all this different stuff, but it'd be cool to see your biggest home run hitters in this as well. I know we got Cal Raleigh, but I mean, Aaron Judge would have been cool to see again, obviously. And there's a couple other guys, but
so
instead of Jazz Chisholm.
Yeah. Barletta sent us this last night. The winner takes home $1 million. The runner-up gets $500,000. Every other participant gets $150,000 each just for being in it. And then the longest person who hits the longest home run gets $100,000 bonus. So there's definitely some incentive being in it. I mean, Raleigh won $1 million last night. I'm sure he's not upset about that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So
yeah. Remember when Pete Alonso won it back-to-back years, and I think he was making like league minimum or like whatever his rookie deal was, like $780,000, but he won $1 million in the home run derby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish he would keep doing it.
I was saying that they should have some old timers come back. Like, what if Bobby Bonilla came out?
Yeah, maybe like you know how they do the celebrity softball game and the old guys come out for that. Maybe they do like an old time home run derby and like set up a makeshift fence out there, bringing it a little bit for them. I mean, Matt Holliday could still fucking send it, dude.
They could just keep the celebrity softball field up and just do a celebrity softball home run derby.
I mean, I'm really thinking, like, what if you got Bonds out there and McGuire, and just say they can still swing?
Yeah, I'm sure they can.
Bonds is much skinnier now.
Yeah,
and Griffey actually, I've seen a couple pictures of Griffey recently. He looks like he's in really good shape right now.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos recently of him playing golf, and his golf swing is beautiful. So he's still keeping that body moving. But I have seen, speaking of Bonds, I've just been seeing a ton of Barry Bonds stuff on Instagram, Twitter. I think San Francisco had him at the park this past week, or maybe it was a couple weeks ago now, and brought him out and honored him before a game. I think they're like slowly kind of pushing him back into the fold a little bit, which is nice to see because, I mean, when I was a kid, he was my favorite. Brooks loved Griffey and I loved Bonds. And then for a long time, I kind of renounced him because a lot of people, just kind of dislike him for whatever reason. I still think he's the greatest player that's ever put on a baseball uniform. I really don't think it's particularly close, maybe Ohtani will change that. But it's been nice to see Barry Bonds back in the spotlight a little bit. He was a pillar of my childhood. And I'm sure he's a pillar of a lot of people's childhoods, really.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of cool celebration stuff here for the Braves before the game tonight too, just because there's so many good legendary Braves. But yeah, it's cool when you can get some of the legends back in, especially. I mean, we all know it. I think Brian has the same opinion as us. Like he's got to be the best hitter of all time, regardless of steroids. So, let's bring him back. He's a part of history. I mean, we let Alex Rodriguez back into our good graces, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's maybe start doing the same.
Yeah, we let Alex Rodriguez buy the Timberwolves. Well, it took him a really long time and a lot of court cases, but we let him do
it. Yeah, I mean, I guess the thing is, like, A-Rod wore it. Yeah, I see F. Barry Bonds, and for all intents and purposes, he has been a dick to the media from all the stories you hear about him. But I don't know, maybe give him another chance, and maybe he can make it right. We'll see, but I don't know. I did see Barry Bonds was chauffeuring A-Rod around at the All-Star game, so he might be there.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
I mean, but look, it was a lot of fun, and it celebrates the game. And with all the new rule changes, some of the younger talent coming up, and streaming services now, and all these little clips, and MLB paired with I can never say, is it John Boy or something like that?
John Boy,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's trying to get that younger crowd, that younger environment, some more excitement. They're doing the bat flips and shit like that. They got like the colorful bats that have meaning, or at least like maybe have the cartoon characters on them or something to get younger crowd and people excited. It's just kind of fun. I mean, like even Delaware Dave last night, a bunch of the guys, we got together and watched it. Like Merrick and I were watching it at Pig and Rooster. And like Dell's like, I bet you that guy would hit more home runs if he wore the same fucking colored shoes. Because one guy had on two different colors.
It's supposed. So that's what I would look to Delaware Dave and be like, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be goofy. It's the freaking home run derby, and we don't need to take it so seriously. He can wear two different colored cleats if he wants to. Who cares?
Delaware Dave's like, I really like Urias because I like him a lot. He's wearing a fucking purple glove. Like, get rid of that shit. Get right.
Oh man!
I still say I've brought it up multiple times, and I understand the health risks. Let these guys use metal bats just one time. Just one time let these guys hit metal bats. They would be hitting balls through people's bodies.
The one O'Neal Cruz hit last night, 515, probably would have gone like 600 feet.
Yeah,
Dude. Yeah.
Now, are you guys? Dustin, you got to work tonight?
Yeah, I work every night. Sunday is my only day off. This time of year, we're in the heart of the summer, so.
Okay, so so you're gonna be watching the game at at work.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably put the sound on tonight because there's no other sports on to watch anyway. So.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get together with the boys again at Pig and watch it. I'm looking forward to the game. I mean, I'm really.
Yeah.
I got a little side bet with a buddy over under 1.5 at bats that Ryan O'Hearn gets today.
Oh, really? Okay.
Ooh.
I like
Okay.
that.
I just made that number up, and he took the over. I made the bet. He got to pick over or under, so obviously I got whatever he didn't get.
Yeah.
Well, he's hitting sixth in the American League lineup, and I think it's a good time now just to go through the lineups, just to give you guys an idea of what's going on. And I said before we went on air, the National League lineup just looks so much better on paper than the American League lineup, although the American League just tends to dominate this game. So we'll go through just real quick. American League, second base, Gleyber Torres leading off, Riley Green in left, Aaron Judge in right, Cal Raleigh, big dumper behind the plate, Vladdy Guerrero, Ryan O'Hearn, Junior Caminero is playing third, Javi Baez in center field, and Jacob Wilson, rookie sensation for the Oakland Athletics, is playing shortstop, hitting last. Tarek Skubal is on the bump. And then when we go over to the National League, you'll realize what I am saying when I say that the team is just stacked. Shohei Ohtani leading off DHing, Ronald Acuna Jr. in left, Ketel Marte at second, Freddie Freeman at first, Manny Machado at third, Will Smith behind the dish, Kyle Tucker hitting seventh in right field, Francisco Lindor playing short and hitting eighth, and Pete Crow Armstrong, center fielder for the Chicago Cubs, is hitting ninth. Paul Skeens on the bump for the National League. So as far as the starting lineups go, I would give advantage National League, but once again, it's random. It's an all-star game. Depends on pitching matchups, all kinds of weird stuff. But it should be a really fun game to watch. It usually is. And Brooks, you mentioned earlier, like all the potential Atlanta guys that could come out before the game. That was always my favorite part. If you guys aren't aware, Brooks and I went to a bunch of all-star games when we were younger. Our dad and his brother and a bunch of our family used to go to all the all-star games. So we got to go to a bunch of them, and my favorite part was always seeing the legends of the city come out. I remember specifically in St. Louis when Stan Musial came out, it was electric. It was like watching Ray Lewis come out of the tunnel in the playoffs. It was unbelievable. So I'm sure Greg Maddux and Glavine and Smoltz and all those guys are going to be there, and I'm sure I'm forgetting some guys. Yeah, Chipper.
Who has the
Hank Aaron should be there too, obviously. So
wait, didn't Hank Aaron pass away?
I thought he passed away.
Yeah, he died.
Maybe that's why they're wearing all the.
He passed away.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
Who has what's the game on? Is it on Fox? Because I know Smoltz might be in the booth.
Oh, he might be. Yeah. You're right. It usually is on Fox. Last night was ESPN, but I feel like it usually is on Fox.
Speaking of ESPN, did you guys watch McAfee show yesterday at all?
Yes, and
I did not.
Brooks, I'm glad you brought this up because Rob Manfred was on, and before you got on joined us, I thought I'm just gonna say this right now. I really want to talk about this. So I'm glad you brought it up. I thought he came off so well, and I love some of the stuff he said.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up as well. He did the best decision he ever made was going on that show yesterday because he did a phenomenal job. He really changed my opinion of him drastically just by doing that interview. And he got in there, he sat in the batter's box for lack of a better term and took it. And even McAfee said, like, hey, we went after you hard. Like when you made some of these decisions, and he basically came out and said, like, yeah, if time travel was real, I'd go back and redo what I did with all the Astros stuff. Like I realize I fucked that up basically.
And the comment about the trophy.
Yeah. Hey, so he's out there and more.
He owned it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I appreciate a lot of the other stuff he said as well. I like that he's not afraid to admit and say, like, hey, I think we were wrong here, or I think I did this wrong. He's not just going to sit there and
I loved one of the questions he got. He even says to D-Butt, he says, that's probably one of the hardest questions I've ever been asked in all these shows. Was D-Butt asked the question, with all the new rule changes, are there any old rules you would like to bring back? And he basically said, we're so forward thinking now. We don't want to bring back any of the old stuff. We want to keep advancing and advancing. I thought that was a great answer. He talked about how tonight they're going to be using the ABS system, the automatic balls and strikes, and you can do the tap if you want.
Stuck up for the umpires too, which I liked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He had the umpires back. He said, I don't want you to sit there and say like robot umpires. We are not getting rid of umpires. We don't want to get rid of them. And which I really like. He's like, I do want to keep going with like this automated. Obviously, they want to keep advancing this because they think it's for the good of the game. They're trying to listen to the people, and it seems like majority of people want this at some point in time. So I really like the way he went about it. I think he did a good job.
He did a great job. He gave McAfee a shirt, a jersey that had no sleeves, which was fun.
Yeah.
And then, I really liked. He actually changed my mind about the streaming service stuff. I'm not a fan of like these Roku ones, and like the only one I really like is Apple. And we've talked about that. The three of us have talked about that. But he's like, the regional sports networks, we're hurting. Baseball is an extremely regional-based sport. And that's why we want to do these streaming services to make this more of a national sport. I never really thought of it like that. So he definitely changed my opinion on these streaming services. I'm not crazy about them, but I'll tolerate them. Give him what he said.
But he did come out and say because I think we're in too many places. Because I think we need to. I think he came out again. It's self-admitted. It said like, hey, I think we went a little too far with this. Like, I think we need to rein it back in a little bit. And
streamline. They want to streamline things.
Yeah. I guess that's the right word because we're just in too many places. We need to make this available for everybody.
On Friday you need to go to Apple, or on Monday you go to Roku. I don't know, Prime,
or like we've talked about. Like, hey, if you want to watch a game but you don't want to pay for the entire year, pay for a game. Like, you should be able to watch your team play. That shouldn't be an issue. That there shouldn't be it shouldn't be hard for you to go watch your team play. And because I think they were talking about it with the bankruptcy stuff in San Diego, how they
whatever that company was called.
Yeah. So,
and I also like that he said they want to try to get rid of the blackouts.
Mm-hmm. That's the first thing blackouts. Laura literally just commented, we need to get rid of blackouts. And she's right. It's so frustrating trying to get on a streaming service and it's blacked out, and it's just like, why? Can I just watch the game? Like,
I'll pay an extra couple bucks. Like, let me watch it.
And while this was going on, Brooks, and I'm going to pose a question to you guys. It made me think of this. If you could change one rule in baseball, what would you change? What rule would you change? I'll go while you guys think. I would love a salary cap. I would love a salary floor,
like a hard cap.
Hard cap. So I would like a salary floor, which is already there, and then and then a cap. I believe there is a floor where you have to spend X amount of dollars or X percentage of whatever. I forget.
There is no salary floor. That's the rule I would want to change. There needs to be one because the Pirates and the A's don't need to keep doing this bullshit forever.
I think there is a salary floor, but it's definitely something that's going to change.
I specifically just I Googled it. It specifically says there is not.
Or maybe I was reading that's going to be one of the main topics brought up in the next negotiation, and maybe that's what I was reading about.
Yeah. So there should be a floor, and I want a hard cap.
Yeah,
I agree with it. It hurts the players, which I'm very pro players in a lot of this stuff. But I think it helps the teams and it helps your fan base.
It helps with parity. I mean, look at the NBA. They put a hard cap in. They put a hard cap in, so to speak, and there's been 10 new champions in the past 10 years, or whatever we were talking about a couple of weeks ago. So
I think it's good for the fans. I really do.
Yeah. So that would be my rule change. You guys. I have a couple other ones, but do you guys have any? If you get one rule change,
I'd have to think about it a little bit. I mean, it's something I'd have to think about. Maybe we can come back to it later in the show.
Okay, so if not, another one I would say get rid of this deferred money shit. This thing getting a little out of hand.
No deferred money.
There's got to
like
be
or maybe
guardrails on it.
like you got to put some sort of guidelines around it, because you can't be deferring almost $1 billion like the Dodgers are right now, so they can put this
that's
together.
that's all going to get grandfathered, I think. But I think for future stuff, Brian, I think you're right. Unless the salary cap is so high that like some teams just straight up can't afford to go get one of these players that other teams can, then I think it hurts some of the other teams that don't have the money to pay up front, and they're really going to be relying on whatever the income's going to be brought in over the next 10 years to pay this player the contract that they just signed. It would hurt the smaller teams in that, but I do think there needs to be some sort of guardrails on it, or else you're going the opposite direction where these teams that make all this money can just give unlimited money and all these smaller market teams can't even try either. So there's a give and take there, I think, but there's got to be something that's going to be that needs to be negotiated. Whatever that is, I don't know what the right answer is, but there's got to be guardrails somewhere, or else.
And then, and Brooks, I mean, this is for you specifically, Brooks, because of pitching. You know, Manfred talked about the baseballs and how I didn't know that the baseballs were handmade. I thought they were machine made. Because, I mean, you got to have consistent baseballs, hand stitched. So he said, like, the seams this year are either they're different than the balls last year, just based on whatever, you know, Rawlings making the balls and how they hand sewed.
Yeah, that was a bullshit answer. I'll call them out on that. They are all hand stitched. You can't make two baseballs the same, but you can make them pretty freaking close. And when seams are changing from one year to the next, that's bullshit. That's something that you decided to do.
There's also the MLB not acknowledging in 2019 that the balls were just completely juiced because the home run numbers were just skyrocketed. And if you look at the numbers, he can't say it, I guess.
That's why he's making this bullshit argument or this bullshit comment.
Like, look, I get it. You want to see more home runs in the game, you want to get more eyeballs on the game, whatever. But at least just be upfront about that kind of shit.
But he did say that.
Yeah.
He said they were trying. He said the fans wanted more action. They said it's too slow. There's not enough offense. There's not enough action. He basically said that they changed the balls without saying that they changed the balls, and he blamed it on them being handmade and you can't make two baseballs the same and blah blah blah. Yeah. He basically said it without saying. So I understand it, but it was a bullshit comment. I say it's a bullshit comment, but he can't sit there and say it. He can't.
Yeah, because he would get sued in the ass. Every pitcher that got cut by a team that year is going to be suing him out the ass.
Yep. I mean, him being a lawyer, he knows what words and how to say stuff.
I did, like you said, like they don't have the four commissioners don't have a group chat, but they all like had dinner together like a week ago.
Well, they all did you see that he said that they're all they're all part of the same country club up in New York?
Yeah, well, him and Goodell are.
Him and
Roger Goodell are. Yeah. So they all have like some.
I'm gonna have to watch this interview, but I feel like I've already seen it.
You should. You honestly should. It makes him look a whole lot more human.
Okay. Yeah. I've never been as anti Rob Manfred as you guys, but I certainly have never had a great opinion on him. But I mean, just in general, the commissioners of my lifetime just haven't been very good in a lot of aspects, except for David Stern. I think he was really pretty great, with the exception of a few stupid things that he did too. But you know, everyone's going to make mistakes.
I was stunned.
You're not going to make everybody happy either.
Yeah, that's true.
Nah, I didn't realize there's only been 10 Major League Baseball commissioners ever.
Huh. Wow.
It was on that. It was like on like its little moniker at the bottom of when it was on McAfee, the 10th MLB commissioner. So that's pretty wild.
Nick,
I don't even want to know what Joe. It's probably something Joe said that you're laughing at.
Nick Vogt, who's also a lawyer. He does seem that way, Nick, and that's kind of the opinion I have had of him. But if you didn't, and they say, right, the guy sucks. So I would agree with you until I watched that interview on McAfee yesterday, Nick. If you didn't, I would go watch it. It really changed my opinion a lot on him. But if you didn't and feel that way, I can't argue with you either. So
yeah.
But
I like,
definitely go watch it. Dusty.
CC Sabathia
They probably
right
already
after
clipped
her.
it. They probably clipped it up already and put it on their socials. But I'll send it to
It's
you.
it's on YouTube. It's like a 25-minute long video.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably watch it right after we're done here.
And then CC Sabathia comes on after him. Dude still looks like he can pitch.
He lost a ton of
you remember when he lost weight when he was actually playing, he couldn't pitch, and then he had to put all the weight back on, and then he started pitching better.
I remember him saying that in an interview. He said, "When I lost all the weight, I lost my velocity.
Yeah,
I lost he goes, I lost my velocity, and for some reason, like my ball just wasn't moving as much, like on his off speed. He goes, I don't know what the hell it was, but yeah, I mean, I guess
built like a sack of wine."
Speaking of sack of wine,
I mean,
that's not the container I choose to put wine in.
If I know anything about CC Sabathia and the old Orioles stories in the hotel, the guy likes wine.
He likes a lot. He likes everything.
Well, he used to like wine. He's sober now, but he also apparently used to like the cheesesteaks in Philly because they had in Philly for the visitors locker room, you can get like a bunch of food delivered there or whatever, and they have cheesesteaks there, and apparently their cheesesteaks there are like famously good. And
at the
ballpark, and like the first time CC went to Philadelphia, he tells a story. I can't remember on what show, but he had like 5 of them before the game, and he was just like, "I can never have these again. These are so fucking good."
Was he pitching in that game?
The guys for the Phillies weren't allowed to get them, so Ryan Howard would like sneak over to the opposing thing and try to get other players to order him a cheesesteak so he could have one.
Speaking of the big pieces down there in Atlanta, did you see it? He was at the Derby last night.
I did see the big pieces.
He lost a lot of weight too.
Yeah, he looks great. Oh man!
So I can't remember who it was. It might have been Merrick. It might have been Dell. Did Ryan Howard get blacker? I'm like, you can't say that.
I mean, he's always been he's been dark. He's definitely dark. Adam Jones was there too.
Well, he's always around. It feels like AJ.
I saw him in the background. I don't think he ever got on camera or talked or anything like that, but I saw him in the background with his he's always wearing that camo hat. I forget who he was sitting near. Nights get hazy when you're drinking taking shots of this for your lost bet.
There you go. That's a good one too. That barrel proof tasty. What's the number one?
129.
How much? 129.
Yeah, that's what's when we were making our bets, the loser had to take a shot of something, and all I got is bourbon. Nice. All I gotta do is take all I have is bourbon, and I didn't have any more beer here to like chug a beer. So I was like, all right, that seems like it's an appropriate losing. So Drew was taking shots of Lagavulin Scotch.
Oh my god, that's like the peatiest Scotch ever. It tastes like a campfire.
But he likes Scotch more than he likes bourbon. So
he does. Was John drinking with you guys? He said John.
Yeah, he was at Drew's. He showed up to Drew's house, and Drew was on, and he goes, "Somebody's at my door. I guarantee you that's John." And he walks out, and he's like, "Look who's here." He just showed up to Drew's house.
Couple other things while we're still on baseball. We'll get to the draft in a second. It looks like the Tampa Bay Devil Rays are going to be selling Stu Sternberg to sell the Tampa Bay Rays for $1.7 billion after having bought the team in 2004 for $200 million. This is agreed in principle, and it's a group led by Florida-based developer Patrick Zalupski, if I'm pronouncing that correct or incorrect. Laura actually probably has more information on this. She's our resident Tampa Bay Rays person. But this is all coming from ESPN and The Athletic. What do we think about this and the timing after all of that shit went down with their stadium falling through last year and then the hurricane kind of ripping apart Tropicana? Do we like this? Do we think this is good for baseball? Does it not matter for Oriole fans? What do you think?
Well, it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, and Laura's obviously going to have so much more knowledge on this, and I'm happy to hear that she's happy. I think it's good. Fresh set of eyes, fresh voices for the Rays. I mean, I would like them to, put them in. Well, I don't know. I mean, Laura would know better. If you want to keep him in St. Pete, I'd rather him be in Tampa. But it comes down to real estate and stuff like that. Totally understand. But just get that organization up and running.
I agree. I mean, it sounded like this was going to happen after all that shit went down, and like the all the deals got basically nixed and conversations ended, and everybody was speculating that okay, this seems like they don't have a choice, and that was what, a month ago we were talking about this, but yeah, it's and yeah, the other owners were putting pressure on him, so yeah, it seemed like this was going to happen. This kind of was inevitable. I'm surprised it happened so quickly. I'm glad it did. It seems like if all this pressure from Manfred and the other owners, whoever the guy who's buying this right now is probably getting a steal of a deal.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, getting a professional sports franchise in 2025 for $1.7 billion does feel like a steal. I mean, I know it's not, you're not buying the Lakers or the Celtics, but we've seen some crazy numbers from some of these teams in basketball and football in the last few years. So I think just like buying any sports franchise in the early 2000s or the late 90s would have been a great investment just based on how much they have skyrocketed in value. I think this is going to continue. I can't see this not working out for this group that's coming in to buy the Rays. I think this is going to be a good investment for them long term.
I don't want to be too quick to pass judgment because look, it's the whatever that guy's name is, Zabluski or whatever the hell it is. He could be an absolute douche slice.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
I don't want to be too quick to pass judgment, but most likely it's going to be better than what the hell's going on now. And someone even said, because it came across on the ticker last night, 1.7 billion. It's probably a random that was sitting near Merrick and I. And basically, that's a steal, 1.7 billion. I'm like, well, they don't have a stadium currently, so
that's true.
That's why that number is so low.
Yeah,
so low compared to the other ones we've been seeing.
That'll be like the defining characteristic of the era of this new ownership group. Are they able to get this new stadium off the ground? If so, how successfully are they able to do it? How much of the taxpayer is going to have to pay? All of this stuff is going to go into is this going to be a successful ownership group? And if they handle it correctly, then they're going to make a lot of money on this investment. That's for sure. And
it also has to get approved, right? So it has to get approved by not only Manfred but the other owners. So I guarantee you they're going to do their due diligence and basically say like, hey, like if you better not be moving this team to Jacksonville or Nashville or whatever. You better. What are your plans for this? So I guarantee like I'm hoping that they're going to be putting pressure on them and making sure that they're going to be staying in the Tampa area.
They better be staying.
Hopefully building a stadium in Tampa, but I mean, at least rebuilding the one they got if they're not going to do that.
Yeah, and like Laura was saying, because then families can go to the damn game instead of having the nightmarish ride to or from St. Pete.
Yeah,
and those other owners are not going to let that fucker. I'm calling the guy a fucker. I don't even know who the hell he is. Are not going to let this guy move that team because then you go into someone else's. I mean, look what happened to the Orioles when the Nationals came here. You move into someone else's region, you take that viewership, then goes to a regional sports network. Shit starts hitting the fan. They're not going to let this guy go with that.
Well, I mean, business-wise, it makes sense too, right? To build something in Tampa, you want the people to come to the games to spend their money. Right now, their attendance is garbage because they, like Laura said, like it's hard for families to go home, get their kids, get to the game, and why would you go at that point? And then you're going to go watch a game in a terrible atmosphere. Like, go build something nice in Tampa, make it accessible. Make it easy for families to get there, and you're going to get more people showing up to games. You're going to get more people buying food, buying jerseys, buying whatever else. It just seems like a no-brainer as a business move here. So I'm trying to read up more about this group. But
while you're reading up on that, I want to ask you guys, because you guys probably have a little more knowledge than I do. The Miz, is there some controversy with him being on the All-Star team? I know he's only pitched like 30 or 40 innings. I mean, this guy's a draw.
Yeah, he's a draw. The thing is that there's there's a lot of Phillies backlash here because there's two guys on the Phillies that really they have better numbers and they pitch more innings. But the problem is, the thing is, like what Brian just said, this guy's going to put asses in seats. I mean, he has been one of the biggest highlights on SportsCenter for the MLB over the course of the last month and a half. And I understand there's contractual stuff that if you make the All-Star game, and it's also legacy stuff if you make the All-Star game. And I understand it's frustrating, but if you're the MLB and these two guys on the Phillies pitch Saturday and Sunday, so they're not going to play in the game anyway, why would you put them in instead of this guy who's going to bring people to the stadium and we're going to bring eyeballs to the game because he throws 180 miles an hour? I don't know. It feels a little ridiculous. Yeah, it feels a little early.
It is ridiculous.
Yeah. But I understand baseball's perspective here, or the whoever decides this. I understand their perspective here.
Agreed. But they should have just never gave it to him and not made this a thing. I do think it's ridiculous, to be honest with you. It's bullshit. Hopefully we don't know the whole backstory yet. Hopefully they went to some other guys and they got turned down. There is I've seen reports that they've went to there was concern from the MLB that so many players now are opting out because apparently they went to a bunch of other people before they went to him, which obviously they're going to say that, and they turned it down because they're not going to be able to pitch or blah, blah, blah. So they're concerned about that on top of now, I mean, so they just went after this guy, the young dude, and it's like people want to watch him. I get it, but it's a bad look. I just think it's a bad look. It makes the All-Star game feel again like a bullshit thing. Okay. And it's going to make me want to go towards the hockey format. Like let's do like a World Baseball Classic for this.
Yeah. It also brings a lot of negative press on the Miz that he didn't need. I
don't blame the guy.
Yeah, it's not his fault at all. And there's a bunch of people on social media that don't like the guy anymore, or just it's so stupid.
And who is he to turn that down? Right? He's not going to turn that down.
Are you kidding me? I don't care how many. If I pitched one game and they said, "Hey, you want to be in the All-Star game?" I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to be in the All-Star game.
Yeah, he gets a bump. He gets a nice bump in his contract that he's making league minimum right now. I don't know what his signing bonus was, but regardless, I'm taking that every day of the week. Sorry.
It is weird. I totally agree with everything you said, Brooks. I think it can. A lot of people, it's going to seem like it's like a mockery of baseball because he didn't really deserve it, but. I don't know. I also see both sides of it. It's a weird situation. I really wish the MLB didn't put the kid in this situation, but they have, and we're gonna have to deal with it. And maybe he'll win MVP of the game. Who knows? Yeah,
I mean, it's not. Yeah, like Laura said, it's not the Miz's fault. It's the MLB's fault. That's what we agree with you as well. It's if you're going to go on stats, you could have gave it to Trevor Rogers above him. Not that I'm saying that they should have, but if you put them next to each other, Rogers has one more start than him and better stats except for strikeouts.
Yeah, well, he plays in the National League though.
I know. I'm just saying it's wild.
Yeah, for sure.
If Rogers was in the National League, I still would say no, he hasn't pitched enough.
Yeah.
So.
Suarez has a 1.9 over 12 starts, and I think the Miz has 5 or 6 starts.
Wait,
well, look, there are worse problems. He has 5. There are worse things that could happen in baseball. This is a good problem to have. I was just wondering because I haven't really heard much, or I haven't read up on it much. Yeah. I figured you guys might know. So I don't really have an opinion yet. I listened to everything you guys were saying. But I mean, hey, look, good for the game. Yeah. This kid's he's awesome to watch. I've only watched
electric. Yeah. He's really fun to watch.
It just makes the game feel Mickey Mouse.
Okay. I mean, look, you got Clayton Kershaw in there. We've already talked about that, right? Clayton Kershaw is that Legends pick, and I guarantee you he pitches an inning today. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should.
I got a little bit more info on this group that's buying them just because I've scanned this article a little bit. The Zapolitsky or whatever this guy's name is. He's the CEO of Dream Finders Homes, which is a Florida-based home builder. Another guy in this group is Ken Babby, who owns 2 minor league teams. He owns the Akron Rubber Ducks, which is an awesome name, and the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp is also a part of the.
Also an awesome name.
Yeah, is a part of the investment group here. So I wonder if Jacksonville. I don't know who the Rays minor league teams are, so I wonder if Jacksonville's a part of their minor league team.
I know the Durham is one of them, and I know the Biscuits are one of them.
Oh, the Biscuits are too?
I believe so. I don't know who the rest of them are. I'm sure they have a couple that I can't remember.
And teams, minor league teams, change and sell and stuff like that.
Yeah. Only other thing. By the way, just housekeeping. The MLB All-Star Game is on Fox tonight at 8:00. So maybe Smoltz will be on the booth. And they could still recognize him. They could pan to the booth and he could be like, "Oh, and on the call is John Smoltz."
Durham Bulls, Montgomery Biscuits, Charleston River Dogs. I thought they were part of the Yankees at one point, but I guess I'm wrong there. The FCL Rays and the Bowling Green Hot Rods is what the Google machine's telling me right now. Unless that's
tell you what, man, we should actually go. Not today, but we should go through. That could be our draft. What Major League Baseball team has the best minor league team names, like the full list?
Yeah, we did the mascot. Right, we did the mascot, but the names alone would be.
I mean, anybody that has the Montgomery Biscuits is gonna win with me. I mean, it's so sweet.
Well, actually, you know what's funny? I think the Charleston River Dogs, one of their owners, if not their majority owner, is what's his name? Oh my God, Bill Murray.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Cubs fan. Fucking Murray.
But this is great. I love this baseball talk because it's better than just talking about the O's because obviously we've been depressed by them for an extended period of time. Did the Indians draw out there? Did the Indianapolis Indians draw out there for you, Bruce?
Yeah, they do a really good job. Their stadium's one of the nicest minor league stadiums I've been to.
Okay.
And they do a really good job with kids stuff on the weekends, especially like on Sundays. They bring in like little kids shows characters and stuff like that. Their outfield is like a park / like lawn area, and there's obviously food and stuff out there, but you can go set up a blanket and hang out there, and they have like the Disney characters or whoever they're doing that, like Elsa or something will be out there on the weekend. And but they do a really good job, and they get a ton of people here going to the games.
I'll tell you, we to kind of go along with that. That's awesome. Next time I'm out there, I definitely want to go if it's baseball season. Go to a game.
Yeah, and Lindsay actually gets a box comp there for a lot of games. So
yeah, I remember the last time I was coming out there, she said that, but I missed her by like 2 days. Said that we could have went to the Indianapolis Indians game, or not. I'm sorry, they bought the stadium. Her company bought the stadium out, and like we're throwing like a party. We could go into the clubhouse and all that stuff, but unfortunately, they rented out the stadium for the day, and like you could party in the clubhouse and go out on the field and all that shit.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, and they do the golf. They do the golf thing too. Savannah Bananas have been there. Yeah, they do a good job. The
Ironbirds. I think I went last year with my parents and my ex-girlfriend. They did like all you can eat crabs. It was like $70 a ticket. Maybe you got like you get up to 3 dozen. I think you get up to 3 dozen crabs. Which I'm not eating 3 dozen crabs.
No,
I mean,
Christ. That would take up the whole game to eat 3 dozen crabs.
I'd probably be eating them the whole game. I might stop for a couple beers, but maybe a hot dog.
I think it was $70. It was like all you can, or 3 dozen up to 3 dozen crabs. No, I'm sorry, it was 2 dozen. You can eat 2 dozen crabs, hot dogs, nachos, and soft drinks. I was like, and peanuts. I'm like, this is fucking great.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
A couple other things on just real quick on the MLB. I wanted to talk about the draft, but speaking of guys who are going to get giant ovations tonight in Atlanta Legends, Freddie Freeman's the starting first baseman and hitting fourth What do we think Freddie Freeman's going to get? How much love you think he's going to get from Atlanta?
A lot.
A ton.
That's going to be an awesome moment when they announce the lineups and they say Freddie. He's going to get a standing O.
He's going to get a ton, and not only that, and it's unfortunate this is going to come out of my mouth, but because of what he went through with his son, was it last year, 2 years ago? I mean, you can't boo Freddie Freeman. I mean, hell, he brought you a damn World Series.
It's also their fault. He was like crying because they didn't give him the same offer, and he didn't want to leave. But he had to do what he had to do. You got to take the biggest number you can.
Well, I think they brought Matt Olson in before he even signed, so I don't think he even had a choice.
So yeah, that is pretty much what happened. And then after that, I think the offers were off the table. Matt Olson, great first baseman, and the Braves just wanted to look toward the future. But Freddie Freeman continued on his path.
I remember Atlanta fans were pretty pissed, I think. But
oh yeah,
I think it worked out for everybody.
Yeah.
You brought up Matt Olson, and he was in the home run derby last night. That was my guy I had for our $50 a man bet. Of course, I got to be right next to fucking Sean Foy, who had Cal Raleigh and was talking shit the entire time. Asshole.
Yeah, I got a text from Ballyhoo Drew last night. Said, "How did it feel to lose to Sean Foy?" I'm sitting right next to him, and I said, "It feels like ass, dude. Thank you." Thanks for the loving text. All right. Anyway, we've been putting it. We've been putting it off. The draft happened over the course of the past couple days. The Orioles took a bunch of players, 7 guys in the top 93. Overall, this is via Jacob Calvin-Meyer, Baltimore Sun on Twitter. The Orioles took 24 players in this draft. 21 of them were college guys, 7 JUCO, 2 D2, 1 NAIA guy, and only 3 high school prospects. They took 13 pitchers and 11 hitters. Of the 13 pitchers, 8 right-handers, 5 lefties. Of the 11 hitters, 2 catchers, 5 infielders, and 4 outfielders. Those positions are going to be completely different. I know the guy we took in the first round, they project more as an outfielder than they do a catcher, but he caught at Auburn. So, we'll see where he ends up being. I know Brooks had a lot to say about this on Twitter and in our group chat and stuff the other night. The people that think that you need to draft in the MLB like you're in the NFL and these guys are going to start right away and they're going to help your team right away right now. That's not how it works. You take the best players available. You take the guys that you like, that your scouting team likes, regardless of position. You get the best hitters in there you can. Obviously, if there's arms, you take as many as you can as well. But you get your best guys in there and then you figure it out from there. It's not like if you need a second baseman, or we already had Jackson Holliday, so what are we drafting a second baseman for? It's not like that, guys. That's not how it works in the MLB.
No. That's why you saw so many shortstops go.
Yeah, and there's so much. Also, all of these guys are the best players on their teams their whole life, and even if you're going in the 20th round. So they've been playing shortstop their whole life. It's not like they're going to be shortstops in Major League Baseball. They could be playing left field, for Christ's sake. I mean, it's going to be completely different by the time they get to the league, if they get to the league. But you're throwing darts. So I just wanted to put that out there. But I mean, from everything I'm reading, I like a lot of the guys we got. We had the most money for this draft that we could spread around among the prospects. So I liked it. What did you think? We'll talk first about the Orioles, and then after that we can talk about maybe the Ethan Holiday not going number 1 thing, or even Kate Anderson.
Well, half these guys aren't even going to have to. Maybe even 3/4 of these guys won't even see the show. I mean, it's call a spade a spade. It's the law of averages on this. For one, I haven't read up on these at all, but I was listening to Foy and Barrett talk here and there. So I'm just kind of going off what they said last night, is that we took the 2 best catchers in the draft. One is known for defense. One is known for hitting. I don't know which one is which, because we took the one with the 37th overall pick and the one with the 19th overall pick. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, maybe you guys can enlighten me a little bit on that. I don't know how many people we took in the second round, but like you said, we had 7 of the top 93. Were any of those guys pitchers? Were they all position players? If you guys can help me out a little bit, that'd be great.
Two of the top 93 guys were pitchers. One was a 6'8" lefty out of Michigan State, and one was a 6'6" righty out of Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, I said it last night. We have to be. I know we give Elias a lot of shit for his prospects and stuff like that, but the amount of the amount of guys that have made it to the majors that we've drafted and have been, we think these guys are going to be no doubters that have made it is pretty astonishingly good. Like the amount of look around our diamond. These are all guys that we've been hearing about in the minors, and it's really rare to see all these guys actually make it and do well. Now, obviously, they're struggling at the moment. I understand that, but I mean, overall, they've played damn well since they've been up here, and they made it. So some guys are still finding their footing. So when you can look at the draft and you see all the stats, and you like seeing like Irish has been tearing up the SEC, is the best conference in college baseball. I like drafting college guys. For the most part, like unless you have a can't miss like high school guy, and I'm okay. Pitchers getting drafted. I mean, it's so hard to develop a pitcher too, and to figure out which one's going to click. There's so many guys in the majors that are not from big time schools. It just feels like pitching is so much more of a crapshoot than it is with position players. So I mean, if you're doing well drafting position players, you can trade for some arms. But I mean, that's one of the criticisms of Elias right now, is that he hasn't traded for some of those arms. But we'll see what happens, right? So
I definitely like drafting a guy with the name Ike Irish. It just kind of blows, man, and I can already see his bobblehead.
Yeah, so he's the guy.
These clovers on it.
So he's the catcher from Auburn, Brian. That mashes. And then we drafted the catcher from Coastal, who won the best defensive catcher in the country. We drafted him 19th or so. 20
no, I think it was like 19 was the first guy. I think the second guy was like 27th or something but it doesn't matter.
37. 30 pick we got from Brian Baker.
Yeah.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's not you don't draft for need. Obviously you're going to sit there like, we need pitching. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
This is even more of a crapshoot than it is like in the NFL or anything like that. So, I mean, that's why so many people like get hung up in the minors and never get up, and you never hear about them. And that's why other guys that you've never heard of that don't even know who drafted this guy ends up making it from a no-name school. Like it's just it's such a crapshoot at times.
Yeah, some random directional school will have two guys come out of it and be studs in the major leagues, and you've never even heard of the school.
Like Miller's.
Like Millersville, that's true.
Like Millersville.
Nobody's heard of Millersville until probably you saw me talking on here, and I don't know. So, and then we draft a guy from Arkansas that's shortstop. That's the Golden Spikes Award. If you don't know what the Golden Spikes Award is, it's the best player in the country. Like it's basically the MVP of college baseball. Like, how can you be mad about any of this? So, and it's hard to say.
Former Golden Spikes winners include Buster Posey and Dustin Ackley. I don't know why I remember Dustin Ackley, but I do.
UNC. I think Dansby Swanson too, man.
Dandy, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Fun fact: my coach's brother lost the Golden Spikes Award, came in second place to Buster Posey.
Oh. Well,
that's a good person.
You ran into a freight train because that guy was a stud at Florida State.
Yeah.
Did Adley win the Golden Spikes?
Yeah, I think he did. I think that he did.
I played against Dustin. I played against Dustin Ackley the year he won the Golden Spikes.
Yeah.
He was playing third base for UNC.
And something that I've been noticing. Now, look, there has been a recent trend. At least guys are taking in like the top 10 or 15. They're coming up a little bit quicker than they used to. I remember you used to go into the basement for like the basement being the minors for like 3 years before you could even get a sniff at the show. Now you're starting to see some guys come up, within a year, maybe a year and a half. See a Paul Skeens, see a Dylan Cruz, just to use two that come to the top of my head or off the top of my head right there. So you are starting to see some. And they played in college, so they have it. Yeah, they've already got a little bit of acumen going on there. So
Yeah,
Dude,
and I said it last night. I learned so much about myself as a pitcher playing college baseball, specifically between my sophomore and junior summer, like pitching that summer. Like and pitching against other really good guys in the country playing in these college leagues. Like there's just so much development that can happen during college that's why I just like.
From a baseball standpoint, there's definitely a bunch of growth, but also from a physicality standpoint. I mean, you're actually at that point, if you stay all 4 years, I mean, your body's basically filled out at that point.
If you get into a good program, yeah, like if you go to like a Vandy or something like that, that basically, I mean, Vandy has been a factory. Like Arkansas looks like a factory now because they had
Miami, Florida State,
Miami historically, LSU historically, like these big time programs that are making it and having these big names come out of them. Even if you stay for 2 years, like if you stay for 2 years and go, like that's a lot of development that can happen there, and strength that can be put on as long as some of the coaches the coaches aren't moving out of there and your program stays the machine that it is. But
yeah.
Just a quick aside. Yes, Abdi Brushman did win the Golden Spikes in 2019. This award is, I mean, I would say 80% of these guys are guys that I've heard of. And this award started in 1978. In 1980, a first baseman from Arizona named Terry Francona won this award.
What?
Will the Throw Clark won it. Jim Abbott, no-hitter, won that. Robin Ventura won it. Ben McDonald won it. Ever heard of him? Jason Varitek, Mark Kotze, Pat the Bat Burrell, Khalil Green, Ricky Weeks, Jared Weaver, Alex Gordon, Tim Lincecum, David Price, Buster Posey, Steven Strasburg, Trevor Bauer, Bryce Harper, Mike Sannina, Chris Bryant. I mean, your household names. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Dylan Cruz won this a couple of years ago. He's one of the better players on the Nats.
The Nats.
Yeah. I always get him mixed up with the kid from Texas. What's his name? Wyatt Langford. I always get those two guys mixed up together. I don't know why. But anyway, should be. I mean, time will tell how this draft class is going to shake out. But I just wanted to get that out there, guys. Don't look at this like it's a draft for the NBA or the NFL. It's completely different. And there's 20 rounds. There used to be like 50 or 60 rounds. There's only 20 now.
Thoughts on Eli Willett going first? Willett?
Yes.
It was a money thing, right?
Yeah,
had to be. Now they're spinning it. The Nats are spinning it as in they thought he's the best hitter and fielder combined in the draft. You know, put those two things together and made him the best player, as opposed to Ethan Holiday, who's a better hitter than a fielder.
Is this why Rizzo got fired because he won Holiday?
I guess I don't know, but
I don't know.
They're projecting him to be a 2020 guy per Jeff Pass. And Jeff Pass was saying he projects to be like a 2020 guy, which I don't think that's a first overall pick. But hey, it depends on what's in the draft. And even the second pick was apparently a shocker.
Yeah.
So I don't even know who went second.
It's the pitcher from UC Santa Barbara, Burnham, I think, or Bremner, I think.
Sounds about right.
I don't know.
Brender.
Yeah, something like that.
And then the LSU kid,
Kate Anderson and Ethan Holiday.
He got his number 3.
Kate
those are the two guys. But
the creme de la creme.
Yeah. I said the Orioles had the most money, the draft pool money. You have to understand that if you take a guy at number 1 overall, you have to sign that guy. And if you don't have a lot of draft pool money, then you're not going to be able to sign the guys later down the board. So I guess what the Nationals are thinking is we take this guy, he's under slot in this situation. This is the same reason the Orioles took Colton Cowser a few years ago when people thought he might go a little bit down the board. And that actually worked out for the Orioles because he's been great. But later down the board, when you want to entice these high school guys to not go to college and to join your team, even though they got drafted in the 14th, 15th round, you can offer them a little bit more money if you don't give that number 1 overall pick all of this money. Kerstad was the same way, yes. We don't really know. The jury's kind of still out on him, but these guys can still work out. It's not like this Eli kid is not going to be great, but I think there are other prospects that projected just a little bit better than him, but that's probably why he didn't go.
And again,
first.
projections are all bullshit too.
Oh, bullshit.
So random.
like, I mean, the Eli guy could end up being incredible. We may never. I mean, again, I think that's very unlikely because I mean, we know the lineage and everything like that with the Holidays, but Ethan Holiday could end up not making it to the majors. Who knows? I mean, I hope not. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope he's a star. But it's just that's how it goes sometimes, man. And it's a lot of mental stuff too.
And it's pretty cool that he went to the Rockies. I mean, that's just
I think so.
Like, that's awesome.
That's where his dad got drafted. I think that's really cool.
And the Eli guy has some lineage too. His dad played for the Angels for a short stint. I don't know how long he actually stayed up in the majors, but he made it. He made it to the bigs.
Yeah.
So I saw he was wearing a spring training number while they were showing his highlights. So I don't know if he stayed or not. But
a spring training number. Sometimes those stay.
77.
Yeah. Well,
but yeah, I mean, hey, and I look. I'm happy with what the Orioles did based on what you guys are telling me. But it's funny that we have all these catching problems and we just happen to draft 2 catchers, first and second.
Yeah, I mean, and it's also like Dusty said, like the guy. There's been so many times where catchers don't end up catching either, right?
I mean, Justin Turner was a catcher. Mike Napoli was a catcher. Victor Martinez was a catcher before he went to first base.
And how many shortstops did we draft? How many shortstops that are on our team right now that we drafted as shortstop? Or
Jordan Westberg, Jordan Westberg, Gunnar Henderson, Ramon Urias, Jackson Holiday. All 4 of them are on our team in our infield.
Mountcastle.
Mountcastle's shortstop. Yeah.
I mean, Adam Jones was a shortstop when he got drafted by the Mariners.
Albert Pujols was a left fielder. So was Miguel Cabrera.
So crazy. Crazy.
Kyle Schwarber, by the way, catcher. Just letting you know.
Oh, one of the funnier ones, BJ Surhoff.
Catcher. Oh yeah, BJ Surhoff, catcher. Yeah.
I was actually going through baseball cards yesterday, by the way. That's so random. I was cleaning out a storage unit. And I found a BJ Surhoff Topps card where he's the catcher for the Brewers.
That's awesome.
There's another crazy one that I'm forgetting that was drafted as a catcher, and I'm like, there's no way that dude could have caught
Josh Donaldson caught games for the Athletics before he moved to third, I believe, too.
I saw a crazy good hat while we're talking about baseball cards and stuff like that real quick. So, guy that bartends here in Canton, he comes into the bar and he's got a hat. It's orange and black, and it just says, it's just the knob of the bat, and it just says "fuckface."
Fuckface.
I'm like, that hat is awesome. I'm like, where'd you get it? He's like, my buddy does custom hats. I'm like, that's fucking sick.
Fuckface, just right on the hat, right on the knob of the bat. I love it.
I need that. I want that shirt too, just with the card on it.
Yeah. All right, we went an hour on baseball. I think it's been a great hour, honestly. So I think it's time to move on just to a little bit of around the other sports. But All-Star Game tonight, watch that on Fox. We'll be talking about that on Thursday, I would imagine, and then we'll be talking about what we expect out of the Orioles in the second half and maybe at the deadline. And also, don't forget, we have our 2010s MLB all-time draft, which is going to be a lot of fun. So we have that on Thursday, so that's a good reason to come in on Thursday. Around the NFL, a couple things happened. Garrett Wilson got a big contract. Ndamukong Suh, one of the most dominant defensive tackles I've ever seen, and one of the meanest guys I've ever seen play football, has announced his retirement after a long career. Good for him. Juwan Jennings, who is a kind of a breakout star for the Niners last year at receiver, either wants a new deal or he wants to get traded. And the Commanders, this just came out. The Commanders are going to retire Hall of Famer Art Monk's number 81 this season on November 2nd. Those are the stories around the NFL.
Long?
I couldn't believe that was a headline because I figured it had already happened like 100 years ago.
That was stunning to me. Yeah. That just shows you how shitty of a human being Daniel Snyder was.
Yeah. So what do we think about this? The Garrett Wilson contract and the Ndamukong Suh retirement? Take it wherever you want to go, whatever you want to highlight. Obviously, it's not football season, so we can just talk about whatever.
Like Garrett Wilson deserved the contract. I mean, he absolutely deserved the contract. He's put up numbers even when look at who was throwing the damn ball to him in his couple years.
Wilson.
I mean, Zach Wilson. Yeah. So, he deserved it. I don't even know how much money is guaranteed. I'm sure you have that information there, Dusty.
I just clicked out of it.
4 years,
It's
130, or 5
It's
years,
130, and the guaranteed number is 90.
90. Okay,
Yeah.
90 million. Actually, wow, it was called that. And I hate to say this, I thought Ndamukong Suh retired last year, so I'm kind of surprised.
I don't know. I did too. Much. I don't know if he played much last year, but he officially announced his retirement via Instagram or whatever he did.
Hall of Famer.
College football Hall of Famer. I mean, his year at Nebraska was just he should have won the Heisman. He should have won the Heisman. Do I think he's an NFL Hall of Famer? No, probably not.
Yeah, that's gut feeling without looking at stats.
Yeah, let's look at the stats. I'll look at the stats, and maybe it'll change my mind. But
Hall of Fame or not, we can bring it back right now. Hall of Fame or not, Dusty says no. I say probably no. What do you think, Ben?
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no.
And then we're going to pull up the stats. We're going to pull up the stats and be like, shit.
71.5 sacks as a D tackle is a lot. Also, 3-time first-team All-Pro, Rookie of the Year, and 2-time second-team All-Pro, 5 Pro Bowls.
He's going in. He's going to go. The three.
I would say it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah, but it's hard to read numbers for a D tackle.
Yeah.
Okay. So and that is a lot of sacks for a D tackle for sure. Yeah. And he never bumped out on the edge. And those 3 first-team All-Pros and 2 second-team All-Pros, those are the things that are going to get him in. Now, it's not going to be first ballot.
No,
it'll be one of those later down the road things.
Yeah, I think he's kind of a fringe guy. My initial gut reaction said no. Now that I look at the numbers, I'm thinking maybe he's a fringe guy. So I could see the love coming for him.
Love. This is a love first channel. Lot of love.
I can't stop sneezing.
Are we any other football stuff?
I don't have any other football stuff. Not anything that really caught my eye. No.
Brooks, I'm assuming that you also were watching McAfee when McAfee was showing the internet clip of some drunk guy on a golf course talking shit to another dude on the golf course who played in the NHL. And this guy's on beer number 22. All right. And he's talking shit to this. This guy is massive. And he just literally he takes the guy and throws him into a pond.
Well, he was going to do it, and then he did. I think the dude was 6'8", too. He's a big
big guy. And then he after the guy gets out of the pond, he keeps talking shit to this hockey dude who's just kind of he's really defending himself at this point.
Yeah.
He would grab the guy like in hockey, grab him right here, and he would just go wah wah wah.
Well, all over the place. Every punch he threw, you could hear him going bang, like he said, bang, bang, bang. But the guy,
exactly how the fight should have gone.
They interviewed him on Spittin' Chicklets, I believe.
Awesome.
I want to go watch it, but it was those 2 dudes were so dumm, man.
It's exactly how the fight should have gone. The one guy who was talking shit got his ass whipped, and he kept getting his ass whipped because he kept talking shit after getting
he literally told him, he's like, if you come after me, I'm throwing you in the pond. And then he went after, the guy went after him.
He threw him in the pond, sure enough.
Sorry. And then he came back, and then he came back for more. I mean, the guy told him to stay away from him or he's going to beat his ass. And
this guy comes out of the pond like a freaking lagoon creature. And he's talking shit. It's
like if he was a bad guy in Scooby-Doo,
What a reference.
Man. That was funny.
Another sports thing. This caught my eye this morning. I was, dropping things off at the pool, and I was reading this headline. It's not funny because a person passed away. But the oldest marathoner ever,
I saw this,
was hit by a car and was killed. Now, that's not funny at all. But the marathoner was 114 years old. Holy shit.
What?
Yeah. That's
guess we should start running.
I saw that headline. And I couldn't believe it. I didn't read the article, but that was a crazy headline to read.
I did. I mean, that's not the only way to kill him is hit him with a car. Jesus.
Yeah.
He would have lived to 200.
Yeah.
114.
Scottish Open was last weekend. It was pretty fun to watch. Chris Gotterup, American, held off Rory McIlroy and Wyndham Clark and a couple other guys in the last round to win. That's always a really fun tournament to watch. This week, however, is the Open Championship, the British Open. The pairings have now been announced. Rory, JT, and Fleetwood are playing together the first two rounds. Bobby Mack, Bryson, and Justin Rose. Shane Lowry, Colin Morikawa, and Scotty Scheffler. Shane Lowry won the tournament last time it was hosted at this event in Northern Ireland. Schauffele, JJ Spawn, and John Rahm are also one of the featured groups. So definitely going to be watching that all weekend, and I cannot wait. I have off on Sunday, and I'm going to be sitting on my couch parked in front of a television watching it the whole morning.
I'll be right there. I'll be right there with you, buddy. We can live podcast that.
Yeah,
all right.
You got to remember the only problem with the British Open is that it is on a time. It's in a different time zone, so you got to get up a little early to watch this one.
Like 5 o'clock in the morning,
yeah.
4 o'clock.
I think the first tee times on Thursday are 6:30 a.m. So it's not that bad. But it's going to be a little bit earlier than normal, but should be a fun weekend. I will get some bets together and let you guys know what I'm thinking. I'm definitely liking Tom Kim. I'm liking Wyndham Clark, and I like Justin Rose a lot at the number he's at. I don't understand why he came in second in the British last year. He came in the top 5 of the Scottish last week. He came in second in the Masters this year, and he's like 100 and some to 1. I just don't get it. Like, put some respect on the guy's name. I got to have $10 on that at least. So we'll see. I'll put together a bingo card and I'll post that on Instagram. Just so you guys know where I'm leaning.
We know Tommy Fleetwood can't win on American soil, but damn, he does pretty good across the pond.
It's another great news about Tommy Fleetwood is he came in second in the tournament the last time it was hosted at Royal Portrush to Shane Lowry. A guy I don't like this week, a guy I'm fading this week, which sucks because I really like him as a golfer, Victor Hovland. This is not a tournament for him. The average around the green numbers for the winners of this tournament over the course of the last 15 years, you have to be roughly in the top 7-ish. I think nobody's been outside of the top 7 in the around the green, which is the chipping number, basically. The around the green number for this tournament, and that's the thing that Victor Hovland just sucks at golf. He just can't chip, and he said it in an interview one time. I just suck at chipping. So this is not a guy that I love this week, and he'll probably go out and win the thing because golf doesn't make sense sometimes, just like baseball. But anyway, I think that's pretty much all I have for golf. You guys have anything else before we get into our draft today?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Nope.
Brian, you want to announce what the draft is today?
Yes, the draft today, and I'm in St. Gerard.
Did we post anything?
My friend Kevin just came in. He's gonna love this draft topic today. Best athletic facial hair, athlete's facial hair.
Best facial hair. We like it. This is gonna be any athlete, any coach, anything like that. We're gonna accept pretty much. Last week we did the top lefties. I made the graphic. I sent it to you guys, but I don't think I ever posted it.
Okay.
Which is something we do quite a bit on this podcast. We're not always the best at posting our drafts.
We drink maybe a little too much. Sorry.
Maybe.
We drink. I work 6 days a week. I'm going to give myself a pass. But anyway, we're going to do best facial hair today. How do you guys want to do the order?
Brooks, why don't you pick the order, man? Go ahead. Where do you want to go?
Which one of us was the best Cub? Moises, Kerry Wood, or Zambrano? Rank them. We'll do that in order.
I think it was Moises, to be honest.
I'm thinking Kerry Wood. I don't know. I think they're pretty close, actually.
Well, who the Derby last night? Who was the closest to winning?
I had Caminero. I came in second.
Okay, then you get to pick.
Okay. Is there a clear 1-1? Yeah, I think there is. I'm going to go first.
Okay, and then Brooks, who'd you have?
I took James Wood. So.
Okay, and
I wasn't in the quality hams one, but like my bet was James Wood. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had Matt Olson. I think he hit like 15 home runs. How many did Wood hit?
He didn't make it past the first round.
How many home runs did he hit?
16.
All right, so then you get to pick. Do you want to go second or third?
Yeah, I want the wrap. I always want the wrap.
All right.
Go second. Go for it. Go ahead, Dusty.
Yeah, I think there's a clear one.
Whoa.
What are you doing?
What's up?
We like intros.
We like the intro.
Guy hates intros.
I always forget about the intro, and every time I hear it, it makes me so happy.
I can't keep my phone up.
Oh, the clear number one overall pick in the facial hair draft is Raleigh Fingers.
Raleigh Fingers.
It's got to be Raleigh Fingers with that curly mustache. There's just nothing like it.
All right. Raleigh Fingers, first one off the board. Number 2 off the board will be Mr. Brian Wilson.
Oh, I love it. Brian Wilson, former closer for the San Francisco Giants. Big fan of that guy.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
His beard was jet black. It was so dark.
With shoe polish in it. I got to go with probably the second most famous facial hair in Major League Baseball, Goose Gossage.
Yeah, very intimidating mustache. I always thought that he the guy that played Parkman in was based off Goose Gossage.
Get off the tracks when the train's coming through.
And
Parkman.
I want. Parkman.
Well, you're not pitching him. You're pitching it back while I walk him.
And I gotta go with another baseball guy, I think, here. And I'm gonna go with Jason Worth, who I feel like he brought back the beard in baseball there for a while.
Yeah, he was on my list, and I thought about taking him. Jason with a Y, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jason with a Y. He looked like a caveman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great beard.
Great beard. All right, I'm going to go football. I'm going to go to the football realm. I'm going to go Mr. Brett Kiesel from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That was my next pick.
That was, yep.
That's brutal.
He has a great. If I could grow a beard like that, I would.
Remember when he shaved it after he retired and no one knew who the hell he was?
Yeah, and he lost weight too. So
I don't know if we're all looking at the same lists here, but
I mean, there's a lot of the same people on these lists.
There's a lot for sure. All right, I'm gonna take a funny one. I guess not that funny. Give me Jeff Bagwell and that weird chin thing that he had for a long time.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know if it was good, but it was facial hair. It was a long chin guy. And then give me Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think he's got a great beard. I've always thought that about Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Stellar beard. Stellar.
Just the journeyman. If you think about journeyman, you think about Ryan Fitzpatrick.
All right. I am going this is going to be off the reservation here. I'm going Kimbo Slice.
I love it. Kimbo Slice had a giant beard. R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. Kimbo. For my first pick, before the wrap, I gotta go with Mr. Eddie Murray.
Yeah,
the mustache. The mustache into the sideburns was iconic.
I love it. It's a great.
I love it.
And man. All right. And for my wraparound, I'm gonna go with Johnny Damon. I'm going all baseball.
Johnny Damon.
Baseball here. All right.
I like it. Johnny Damon, the caveman.
All right.
That's what they called him.
I'm going to go with a little funny one here. It's going to go to the baseball world. Give me Bobby Valentine when he put on a fucking.
Let's give him his real facial hair.
When when he put on a mustache and sat in the dugout?
That's great, dude.
I'll allow it. Allow it.
Out because it's one of the greatest thing that's ever happened. It's so funny. Oh my god!
If I don't win this one for the Bobby Valentine pick, I'm gonna be pissed.
All right, I think he's lasted too long on the board, so I'm just gonna take the beard James Harden.
Yeah.
Just I think best player available. Just been on the board a little too long here.
Hey, Kev.
And
I beer while I was doing this. Oh, I'm sorry. It already came. Man.
I don't. He has the same facial hair as Jeff Bagwell, so I don't want to take him. So I'm gonna leave him for the honorable mentions. But this picture of him is fantastic. I'm gonna take the Fu Manchu. I'm gonna take Rod Beck, former user from back in the day, had a big Fu Manchu.
I like it.
Man, you took Rod Beck. Damn.
Yeah.
James Harden. Two, Dusty?
I took James Harden. I took Rod Beck.
Okay. All right. Here we go for my last pick. The last man I know to have a flavor saver. Give me J.J. Hardy.
J.J. Hardy. Okay. Wow. Think about the soul patch, dude.
The soul patch, baby. No one had it anymore.
No one has it anymore. You're right. I completely forgot about J.J. Hardy. Wow. What an Oriole that guy was.
J. Hardy. I'm struggling with this last one.
Damn, I forgot about him too. Fuck.
I'm gonna take a guy that we've been taking a lot of actually. Here the past couple of weeks with our 2000s and 90s drafts. Give me Mr. Randy Johnson.
Okay. Yeah. I like it. The big unit. Randy Johnson. Randy Johnson's been taken a lot. You're right. He has been taken quite a bit.
The thing with Randy, I mean, was he known more? I'm not shitting on the pick. But was he known more for the mullet or for the facial?
I don't know. I think he was known for just being a huge motherfucker.
Yeah.
Who was some
honorable mention?
Who is it?
I only have one, so I can get out of the way. Yeah, mine was Ed Reed. I always liked Ed Reed's beard.
Ooh.
All right.
I didn't think about Ed Reed. I like that. Brooks, you got any?
I mean, not really. Like Dennis Eckersley, I feel like we had an iconic mustache. Reggie Jackson, when he had his beard going with his fro, I thought
he had
that
a nice
was awesome.
Mustache too.
Yeah.
Thurman Munson, maybe that just came to my head out of nowhere. Thurman Munson had some decent facial hair.
No, they don't have facial hair in New York. They're not allowed.
Maybe I'm just making that up in my head. Sorry.
No, they can have mustaches.
Oh yeah, Mattingly, right?
Yeah. And Jason Kelsey has a great beard.
Yeah, he was a guy I thought about too. Nobody said the flying tomato, our resident Delaware Dave, Justin Turner.
Oh,
that's a good one. Yeah. Also, the one I was thinking about taking was now soccer announcer, former soccer player Alexi Lalas. When he played for Team USA, was just looked like a freaking caveman. Gardner Minshew, another guy, just a classic mustache. Yeah. That's a really good one. And then Josh Reddick, who played for the Athletics and the Houston Astros. He had a nice beard on him. I think that's pretty much it, though. I don't think we missed that many. Dallas Keuchel, decent beard.
Keuchel
has a good beard.
I wish someone would bring back the mutton chops. You know, like come right. Well, you're a Civil War reenactor.
Yeah.
Who was the guy?
There's probably so many guys in like the 1920s that had the sickest mustaches that we just have no idea about.
Why am I blanking on this guy's name? The Orioles signed him at the end of his career, and he might have played one game for us from St. Louis.
From St. Louis.
Jeff Rebelay had a pencil-thin mustache.
Outfielder.
You know, it's one of these lists I looked at earlier had Adam Morrison with his like little stubble on his Gonzaga. Mike Napoli had a nice beard too. Forgot about him.
I gotta find this guy's name. Why am I blanking on this guy's name? He's a lefty. Damn it. He was good for a long time, and like he retired, and then he unretired and came back, and then he retired again with us.
Sounds lovely. Sounds like an Oriole already. Listen to his name. You can't even remember who the hell he is.
We forgot also about Joe Thornton of the San Jose Sharks. Massive beard.
Beard.
Yeah. Anyway, Sammy Sosa. Yeah, not him. Did you guys see some of the players whose kids got drafted
late
in the MLB draft? That just made me feel so old. I think there was like Mark McGuire's kid was drafted this year. There were guys that like Marcus Stroman had a kid that was available or eligible to get drafted this year. Jeff Kent, another lighter. Somehow there's more of them.
There's more lighters.
There's more lighters. Yeah, so many of them.
That guy's shooting seeds, man.
Craig Counsell's kid, Brady, got drafted, and Manny Ramirez Jr. and AJ Pierzynski's son. Just a lot of guys. CeCe Sabathia's kid. Just a lot of guys that I grew up watching are having kids that are getting drafted, and I don't like it.
Christ almighty.
The first time I noticed it was Asante Samuel Jr. That really, and I know it's football, but that was, I was like, no way.
No way. We're getting up in age, buddy. We're getting up in age.
We're getting there. Antoine Winfield, too. Anyway, I think that is a good place to end it today, guys.
Yeah.
We have done our beard draft. We will post the lefty draft. We will post the beard draft, and we will post our 2000s draft at some point today and tomorrow. We'll do all those things. And we will be back on Thursday. We'll do our 2010s draft. We'll talk about the All-Star game. We'll talk about the second half of the baseball season, and we'll talk about maybe some British Open stuff. So stay tuned for that, and come check us out on Thursday. Like, comment, subscribe. Once we get to 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, we are going to do a Power Hour podcast, which is just going to be our regular podcast, but we're going to do a Power Hour during it. So it's going to be really stupid.
We might have some special guests. We'll do more call-ins than usual.
Yeah. And we might make it a game or something. We might have to like do like 1 minute segments. We'll talk about something and we have to hard cut after 1 minute. That would be fun.
I dig it.
But anyway, we'll get back to you on that. Thank you guys once again for watching and supporting us. We really appreciate it. And we will see you on Thursday.
See you on Thursday.